Hey all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm an intuitive reader and we are back for another intuitive reading. This one is for Sharon, so thanks for your patience and for being open to me reading you. So just sit back, relax, breathe, enjoy, and we will pull your card here. Okay, here's your card. Traveling. So one of my favorite cards. This is the point of, okay, 2 points come up for this too. The first point that came up was at the beginning of, I'd say in the last like 6 months, I got really into this idea of traveling. I need to travel. I need to go somewhere. I need to go to these places. I need to experience life. I need to live my life, you know? And it was like, and that point has really settled within me because I've taken certain steps in order for me to be able to travel, like getting my passport sorted, getting my son's passport. So it's like things are in motion for me to be able to travel when I'm able to, practically speaking. But it was also a point of realizing that what I was wanting to do was to travel within myself, wanting myself to experience something new within myself and not wanting to feel like the same person I've always been. Because I get the same thing and I have the same experience and it's the same routine day in and day out. There's nothing new happening. And for me, what I realized was I was craving some new perspective. I was craving some new experience. I was craving for a different environment to help me grow and to see myself from a different angle. You know, it's like when we put ourselves in different situations with different types of people, when we try new things, when we get out of our comfort zone, we really get to see aspects of ourselves we don't get to see. And this kind of relates to a reading I just gave. I'll link it if I can, if it's available here, but it's that point of, you know, if we don't change how we do things or what we're doing, if we're doing the same thing day in and day out, talking to the same people, going to the same places, having the same foods, like if it's just the same thing day in and day out, we see the same parts of ourselves. We don't get to see anything new. And when we put ourselves in new situations, things that are uncomfortable for us, we talk to new people, we step out of our comfort zones, we try new things, we're willing to switch it up and change it up again, all of a sudden we see new aspects of ourselves. We have new experiences in ourselves, and that is what keeps us alive. That is what is the spark of life from my perspective, because it's like that's how we're able to continue to grow and see ourselves and learn. You know, it's like that point of life is always about learn. There's so much to learn. There's so much to know. There's so much to do. There's so much to experience. And if we're feeling like I've done it all, there's nothing really left, if like we're bored, if we're feeling like there's nothing really left for us to know or do or learn, or we're like not inspired, then that's a huge red flag that we have to get out of our own way. And we have to put ourselves in some new situations and some new environments and to like shake it up a bit and be willing to be a little scared and to try new things and to, you know, step out of our comfort zone. It's that point of stepping out of our comfort zone, really being willing to try something new, because that's the thing, like nothing new can show up for you until you show up new, you know, like it really is coming from you. You really have all the control, you have all the power, you have all the responsibility, you have all the ways to create something new for yourself. So that's what this card traveling brings up. It's like this point of wanting something different, to experience something. But I for a long time thought it was something external. And then I realized, oh, it was also internal. I wanted something to shift inside of me. I wanted to feel different. I wanted to have a new experience inside myself. I don't want to feel the same way I always felt. And, you know, me coming from my life process and my experience, I know that I have an opportunity every moment to be something different, to be something new, to change direction, to give myself a new alternative. I know that. Like, I feel empowered to be able to change my insides. And so that's part of why I love doing these readings and sharing on the vlogs, is because I have empowered myself in a way to change myself so dramatically, so drastically to who I was, that I know it's possible and anyone can do it. And so definitely want to encourage you to say, like, if you feel stuck, if you feel stagnant, if you feel bored, if you feel like you want more, if you feel like there's something else that could be really fun and exciting for you in this life, there is. That you wouldn't have that feeling if it didn't exist for you. So there is something, but it's that point of we have to be the ones to take the first step, to make the first move, to give direction to it. We have to be the ones that are willing to step out of the comfort zone, take a new step, take a new direction. Like, we have to be the ones to do it, you know? So it's just that point of, like, being willing to travel and knowing too that, like, it's not all easy, it's not all clear. Sometimes the road is all awkward and like a challenge, but it's like that point of, that's how we learn and experience and grow and see ourselves from all these different angles, is by experiencing new things and different people, you know, like engaging with a different type of person, you know, and hearing someone from a different perspective and hearing people who are not like us, you know. It's like, that is, like, there's so much, like, our experience on earth can be so rich and enriching and diverse and full, you know, but we have to be the ones to open up to it and to be willing to try something different, you know. So, or maybe you just want to go on a little trip. Maybe you want to go to Florida. But travel, it's just that point of traveling. Like, is there space inside yourself where you can move, you can make some alterations, some shifts and changes within yourself, so that you're experiencing something new, so that you're, you know, seeing from a new perspective, you're seeing life differently, you know. Is there a way you can do that? And then also, like, if there is that point of you are wanting to travel in your world, then go travel. Like, it's that point of life is meant to be fun, it's meant to be lived. So if you feel like you're not living your life to the fullest, then do those things that you think about doing, but then you give an excuse as to why you can't do it. Take the excuses out and just go do it and have fun and have no shame and don't worry about it. And, like, you do you and live your life to the fullest and do those things that are really in your heart that you want to do, because that's why they're there. They're a guide, you know. So honor yourself, love yourself, treat yourself to a life well lived, fully lived. Okay, let's read the book definition. That's a great reading, Sharon. Okay, so the book definition says, the tiny figure moving on the path through this beautiful landscape is not concerned about the goal. He or she knows that the journey is the goal. The pilgrimage itself is the sacred place. Each step on the path is important in itself. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates a time of movement and change. It may be a physical movement from one place to the next, or an inner movement from one way of being to another. But whatever the case, this card promises that going will be easy and will bring a sense of adventure and growth. There is no need to struggle or plan too much. The traveling card also reminds us to accept and embrace the new, not just as when we travel to another country with a different culture and environment than the one we are accustomed to. This attitude of openness and acceptance invites new friends and experiences into our lives. Life is a continuity, always, always. There is no final destination it is going towards, just the pilgrimage. Just the journey in itself is life. Not reaching to some point, no goal, just dancing and being in pilgrimage, moving joyously without bothering about any destination. What will you do by getting to a destination? Nobody has asked this yet, because everybody is trying to have some destination in life. But the implication, if you really reach the destination of life, then what? Then you will look very embarrassed, nowhere to go. You have reached the final destination, and in the journey you have lost everything. You had to lose everything. So standing naked at the final destination, you will look all around like an idiot. What was the point? You were hurrying so hard and you were worrying so hard about, and this is the outcome. That's a great point. I love that point, because I came into that realization myself recently in this last year about, I was forever trying to obtain some external future experience. Like, once I get to this point, once I have this, once I've created this, once this is a reality, then I can do this and I can experience this and I can have this and I can express this. But I can't do it until I have this external condition. And I realized I was forever waiting for life to be different instead of being different as life. I set it in motion. I create the change as me. I don't need to wait for something to happen outside of me. So it's that point of, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the end? Are you waiting for some certain condition? Like, what are you waiting for? Because you're gonna wait forever. Or also that point of like, what are you hurrying towards? What are you thinking you need to get before you can experience and live your life? And realizing like, it doesn't work that way. Just live your life, and you then create the life you want by living how you want to live every single day in a way that makes you feel good and uplifts you and feels joyous, you know? So great card, great reading. Thank you so much, Sharon, for being open to hearing this. I hope it resonates. If you have questions, let me know. Want clarification, let me know. If you have any perspective you want to share on this about your experience, I would love to hear from you. So thanks again for being open to me reading you. Happy early birthday. I love you. Take care. See you soon.